So next up on the show court is men's doubles. It's the Australians Ross Smith and Glenn Worf against the Scottish youngsters of Martin Campbell and Angus Gilmore. First meeting between these four. Already on court, getting ready for this men's doubles match. Aussie pair of Smith and Worf, currently 52 in the world, so we've got two pairs here that are more than 50th in the world rankings, and both of them I would have thought fairly pleased with the draw when it came out that they were facing one another, although for Smith and Worf they have been a lot higher in the world rankings. I think their ranking of 52 is fairly high given the performances they've achieved, not just in the past but also fairly recently as well. It's going to be a stern test, isn't it, I think, for Campbell and Gilmore, who've played together quite a lot, Morton, but they've not really played at this kind of level before.
Now, it's as you very rightly say, it's a very good first round for both pairs. Having a chance like this to get into the second round doesn't happen a lot, so I'm sure they're very pleased that both pairs are having a good chance here. But as you say, it's a well seen, it's a great opportunity, and both pairs just got to take it.
Well, to give you an idea how good Smith and Worf have been and why 52 really doesn't tell the story. They reached the quarterfinals, one of the most recent events, the US Open. It's not a Super Series event, but it's still a fairly big event, and they beat the #1 seeds in that, the world #10 pair of Chien Min Fang and Cheng Mu Li. So if you can beat the world #10 here, you know, you've got to be pretty decent.
Yes, absolutely.
They'll be really fancying their chances to get through to round 2 and maybe beyond, and of course that will help them very much climb those world rankings. Again, they've been as high as 26th in the world some 3 or 4 years ago. As for the Scots, well, for Campbell and Gilmore, it's a fairly young partnership. They've gone up quite a few places thanks to reaching the final last year of the Bulgarian International Tournament. Took them up something like 50 places in the rankings.
Just in one go.
Yeah, but their main aim really is, I think, and I know Martin's been saying it's Commonwealth Games is in their home country of Scotland. They want to be ready and performing well for that, and obviously as much as they'd love to be in the Olympics next year, they're really more looking forward to 2016 in Brazil.
Yeah, I think next year in London is probably a bit too early for them.
But nothing to lose here.
No, definitely not. Just, you know, go for it, by all means. By all means. I think it's very important when you do sort of targets so far out in the future. It's very important to have some immediate targets as well. And a lot of people, you know, they tend to say, okay, I'm not going to perform before in 5 years' time, so I've got plenty of time. And, you know, they never get there.
Yeah. Tomorrow might not come.
Yes.
We saw Wojciech Kozłowski there, who's the Polish umpire. And we talked about families before. Me and Jill were talking about the different father and son. Well, Martin Campbell, his dad Colin represented Scotland at junior and veteran levels. Uncle Ian and Donald have also represented Scotland, and his younger brother Michael plays for Scotland as well for the juniors too. So there's a bit of a badminton family.
It runs in the family, yeah.
I think his cousin Lindsay as well is ranked #1 in the ladies and mixed doubles as well at her level. So the Campbells are coming again.
The clan of Campbells.
Well, there is, isn't there? So an opportunity to shine on a big stage. First time at the World Championships for Martin Campbell and Angus Gilmore. They're on a show court as well. There's bound to be some butterflies, some nerves. They take on a fairly decent and good pedigree in the pairing of Smith and Worf.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Martin Campbell, Angus Gilmore, Scotland. On my left, Ross Smith, Glenn Worf, Australia. Glenn Worf to serve, to Martin Campbell, love all, play. What?
He was trying to get on the attack straight away there, Ross Smith, but just came a little unstuck.
Service over, 1 love. Two left. Service over.
So you see how effective the smash down the middle can be. There was a slight hesitance from both sides, and they did not know who to take it, and ending up clashing rackets. You know, from just looking at it, I have not a great knowledge in any of the pairs and players, but the Australian pair somehow must have some experience that the Scottish pair hasn't got, and that could be a deciding factor in this match.
Well, there's 5-6 years between them, as in terms of the pairs. Glenn's 27, Ross is 26. Both Scottish boys are 21, and in fact, Angus only celebrated his 21st birthday on Friday. So
4-2.
I would have thought he'd have been part of the Scottish camp. They must have had maybe raised their glasses at least once. Not much more than that, I thought, given that was coming.
Service over, 3-4.
Also, it has to be remembered, Smith and Wharf, they're full-time badminton players. Martin, I'm not sure about Angus, but Martin's a student. He's at Loughborough University. So, I'm sure they get to play a lot, especially Loughborough University. It's a very much a sport-orientated university, but, they've still got the studies to do as well.
Service over, 5-4.
Again, you see the smash down the middle there.
Service over, 5-all.
So frustrating when that happens. Trying to get tight to the net and
I'm telling you, it's not easy.
Once again, one, I really do believe it.
It's not easy.
That'll make them feel a little better. Yeah.
I don't know, I somehow sense and feel that the Scottish pair is quite happy to defend and then try to go in on a counter-attacking basis. But I think they have to be careful, because the Australian pair is really hitting well, and just sitting back and waiting for them to come the whole time can be a problem.
Yeah, well, they were mainly on the attack in this little rally, which is come away with a point.
Service over, 7-6.
Again, you saw here Smith, he was moving in straight away, and that cross never had a chance.
Tucked away in the end from Ross Smith.
Yeah, he likes the net. I can see that straight away. As soon as he's got an opportunity, he's moving into the net.
you know, when you've just come off the back of reaching the quarterfinals at the US Open, Canadian Open, you know, the timing of a World Championship's pretty good for them, isn't it?
Very good, very good. They had a good run there. And I'm sure that will bring them higher on the world ranking as well.
Yeah, I mean, they've caused a few upsets along the way. And that's going to be the case as well as this week progresses. Albeit they have to get past Campbell and Gilmore first.
10-6.
But the early stages suggest that will be the case. Good aggression.
Yeah, it was a very good return. It clipped the net, and it was very difficult to get it away from the net. And what they did was it was too low, too short. Obviously, easy to attack.
Eight, 10.
Yeah. Smith is trying a lot to get in the net, and now he missed it twice. He just touched it, obviously made mistakes. And he's got to watch out he's not taking too many chances at the net.
Yeah, nice little run this for the Scots. 4 points on the trot.
10-0.
Just when the game looked to be getting out of their grasp.
Yeah, four very vital points for them. Good to catch up here.
So it's a narrow advantage for Ross Smith and Glenn Worf heading to the first interval.
It's just not very fast, right? They will drive back to you. It's just to get the timing right. And then I think the more focus on, if you just get the lift, you don't need to make it very hard because it's not going to be that kind of game. So if you can just find the gap, so just block it and get the lift, especially the left-hander defense is not that good.
So they're really going to react to the back and can't be caught up in that.
Yes. And they're going to know that now. They're really going to know that they're going to block it. They can't play the fast game with you. You just come forward, and even if they just block it back, and if you can just get the lift, that's okay as well. If you can go and push them, good. If you can't block, get the lift and start there.
Come back to what they're saying in a moment. Obviously, we're listening in on what they're saying.
He's actually Danish, the coach.
But he's still talking in English.
Yes, otherwise they haven't got a chance.
But he was talking, just explain what he was touching on there, Morton.
I think he's actually seeing the same as what we've been seeing here, that if the Australian pair can keep the attack, they have a very good chance of winning the match. But they must not be too over-eager, as what he said, you know, get to touch it too much, but just get the lift, and then they can take the attack from there, and then they have a very good chance. And I actually agree with him.
Yeah, Glenn Worf, I think in particular, just over anxious to try and get the job done too quickly.
Exactly.
13-10.
Well, it was left, but it was in.
15-10.
Right on the line.
It's a good run for the Australians now.
After 4 points in a row for the Scots, it's now 5 on the spin for Smith and Worf.
Well, I also think that Smith has just settled in a little bit better, not so panicky. and they take it more easy now, more relaxed, play the game, and that's good for them. And then that's another one that I just said it, but you know.
But that emphasises the point. You don't have to win the point in one.
No, he could have
shot.
He could have lifted it and taken it from there. It was a good shot from his opponent. You know, sometimes you've got to accept that you can't play winners on everything.
Service over, 17-11. Service over, 12-17. Service over, 18-12.
It's been a terrific array, hasn't it, for us on day one. You know, we've had the big stars, if you like, a couple of like Lee Chong Wei. We've seen a big shock, you know, and the international flavour of the event with, you know, a player from Guatemala beating one of the top players from China. We got, you know, youngsters like Gilmore Campbell up here, you know, representing maybe some of the future of the game too. It's been a real good flavour for a day one.
Very nice variety. It has.
350 players in total, 51 nations represented. And it is a big venue as well. This indoor arena hosts capacity of 12,500. So, game points. Shrug from Angus Gilmore. It's been a struggle since the interval for them. And there's the first game to Smith and Wolf, 21-13.
First game won by Ross Smith, Glenn Wolf, 21-13.
I don't think the Scottish pair is blocking enough, playing enough soft shots. Every time they go into these flat exchanges, they sort of really whack it back, and they never take the pace out of the shots and play a greater variety. They just push, and they get really into trouble.
So we just look forward. They'll do the simple options now, that is to block, try to block, touch the net because they can't follow. So look forward, do the simple things, and then go from there. As soon as we get the lift, we'll push them.
Yeah, just emphasising what he said the last time, really, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly the same.
Simple solutions.
Simple
solutions. Block it, get the lift, and take it from there.
It's not the match, it's not the opponents to try and produce the heroics, is it?
No. You just keep it simple. I totally agree.
Yeah. First, and then you try to push it off from the front court a little bit. Yeah. And he's a builder on net. Yeah. Right? And you hit them hard. It's hard.
It's going straight, but as soon as it's crossed, it's kind of all over the place.
We can't be too harsh on these two. We say this is a learning curve. This hopefully is the start, and we obviously.
And you've got the matching with it.
Okay. We don't know what the next 4 or 5 years will definitely be.
No, definitely not.
But as I said, they've shown some potential over the last couple of years. And this is their first big event, really.
I'm sure they're very nervous.
Second game,
that's where instinct take over, and I think they have to play a little bit more with the brain. Look for the gaps and changing things.
But what their coach was saying was that you're on court and you're here with two players that really aren't necessarily such a golfing class away from you. Yeah, I think she was just trying to give them a bit of belief, really, more than anything else.
Yeah, they looked a little bit down, I think, in attitude.
Which understandable given the way the second half of that opening game went. From 10-all to losing at 21-13.
Service over, 2-1.
Smith and Wolf here going for the same shuttle.
But that's what the Scottish pair should try to do. is to get more on the attack. I think they're sitting a little bit too much down, waiting and waiting and waiting.
Service over, 2-all. Service over, 3-2. Service fault call.
So that's all about where he was serving that in terms of above the ribs.
Yes, above the waist, or if the racket is too horizontal. That's where Smith, he succeeded doing that. He's been trying a few times. He's quite happy with the fact that it worked this time.
That's over, 4-all.
Back to the earlier errors, isn't it? From
yes, yes, it definitely.
Wolf and Smith.
I must say the quality of the game is not the best. Too many mistakes at the moment.
Another one there.
Yeah.
6-4.
Error of judgment. And the points are running. Then you can say 2 service faults. There was a service fault here, and then the other one was faulted by the service judge. And you know, that's 2 points. You can't afford it. Yeah, well read. It's perfect. That's it. It's okay. It's a good chance to take.
Seven, 6.
Service fault called.
So now it's even on that account, 1 each.
Service over, 9-7. Over 8-9.
I think the Scottish pair should be challenging Smith a bit more at the net. You know, he's making a lot of mistakes. He really wants to intercept a lot, but he's made a lot of mistakes on it. So, you know, if I was going to return anything, I would return it in and around him and see if he can make a bit more mistakes for me.
Because he's getting down on himself as well.
Yeah. But I think from the Scottish pair as well, the right-hander Campbell is also.
Over 10-9.
He's not oozing of confidence. Let's put it that way. His body language is telling, oh, this this is okay, maybe I'm not going to win this time. And I like to see a little bit more fire.
The fire there from Angus Gilmore. There's the Scots this time with the narrow lead at the interval. Watched all the way by the 21-year-old from Troon.
Not moving quicker, and also when you lift the track, you lift it high a little bit more, and you have a chance of defending the shots. If you try and counter-attack straight, and we're always very tight to cut it off. But think about the cross board, the block, you can do that. Right? Come on, we can do it. Just keep your feet on.
11-10. Play.
Yeah, there might be a young pair, Campbell and Gilmore, but they have been playing together 4 years through the junior levels.
Well, it's important for them now to hang on.
12-10.
But as the Chinese coach said, don't lift too flat, especially when Smith is standing at the back, because he's so tall and he's able to intercept them. So give it a little bit more air, get it a little bit higher, and give them time to establish their own defense.
And they're on a nice little run here. 4 consecutive points. It's established a little bit of a lead in this second game.
Now we didn't see it, but obviously we can see the result, and it was a bad choice of shot. But if he wants to play that shot, you have to move forward and take it a lot earlier if he wants to do that. It's played from a very low position. Obviously you can see the opponent is storming towards the net.
12-13.
That's a nice shot.
13-0.
As you can see, he stepped sort of into it, and therefore he was able to keep this very flat shot going all the time, where, you know, had it picked it up a little bit lower, it would have been going upwards. Lucky shot.
Better quality rally.
Yeah, that's the best rally so far. Good play, very good play.
And it's not done with just yet. At 13-0 as well, don't forget. Pivotal point, maybe. Oh, wonderful. Oh. And it was Ross Smith who provided the winning blow. And maybe in more ways than one.
He was lucky on that defense, because he was sort of lying from a little bit lower position, but he managed to get it back, and I think that was good. And maybe that will boost his confidence as well, because that's a lot of the shots he's actually been missing. He had a lot of those in this rally, and he got them all back. So maybe that's a little bit on the self-confidence account.
But you know, that came out of the blue in terms of the way this actual game has been. I mean, it's been very bitty.
Yeah.
Hardly seen a rally of 5 or 6 shots.
And then suddenly we had a really long rally and lots of good things in that rally as well. So.
From 13-10 down, Smith and Wolf now lead 15-13.
Service over, 14-15.
An opportunity missed.
Yeah, and he is not happy with it.
Hey. 15-0.
So that's where, I mean, the Scottish pair can really dent the other pair by playing in around the front player. Soft shots in around the front player will really help them a lot.
A service mistake. It's the number 14 seeds who await Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hayakawa of Japan. And I'm sure someone from the Japan team are filming this match or watching this match. And I think they'll be able to see things here that they'll feel they'll be able to exploit in round 2, whoever they meet.
Coming out. Oof. It's a good. The intention was really good, and it was a very difficult shot, and he just missed it. Look at that. Clip the tape.
Great disguise. It would have been a winner.
Definitely.
But it shows some good decision making, though, doesn't it? In terms
it
of
does.
potential.
And, yeah, exactly. And I was going to say that about the rally we had before. They are really, you know, a good understanding. They know what to do. They just need to do it most of the time.
Just slipping there. Angus Gilmore. So 2 more points required for Smith and Wolf.
19-15, late.
And to be fair to the Aussie pair, you know, tomorrow's another day, and they've shown when they need to play against some of the best players in the world that they can rise to the occasion and maybe up their game.
Yep, it's been seen before. I just think it's been a while. They played better 3 years ago, but maybe as what we don't know the history, we don't know much, and this is now a new Olympic qualification period, and they think, okay, let's try to go for it. So you never know.
Now they've got 4 more match points here.
It was a good return of serve. It was a very simple one. Just played it straight over the net. They got the lift as they wanted, so it was a good way of setting it up. Nice miss hit.
There you go, Smith and Wolf victorious in the end. It wasn't the perfect display from the Australians. They'll be more than satisfied, though, to be through to round 2. 21-13, 21-17, the winning margin.
That's won by Ross Smith. Then Wolf.
Scottish pair trying to dig in and keep this going. They'd already saved 2 match points, but the third proved to be one too many. But I still think that the fact that, you know, they have caused a few accidents in their last few tournaments, they feel that tomorrow...
Yeah, you never know. But as I say, it's badminton is quite different in the way that this Olympic qualification period that starts every 4th year brings out a lot of things, and perhaps this Australian player is saying, okay, this is the next, let's go for it.
Well, they're into the second round.